Hey CD Racing, I'm so proud of what you've been able to accomplish over the course of your channel. You've really shown people that you're a fantastic sim racer. But don't you ever miss the streets?
Hello everyone, CD Racing here, and welcome in for perhaps the most excited I've been to launch a series here on this channel. Yes, this is Midnight Club 3. If you've never heard of or played this game, man, you are in for a trip. But I feel like the biggest reason people clicked on this video is because you're here for nostalgia, and I'm here to bring that to you. I'm excited to play back into this game. I wanted to bring it to you just like you remembered it in your childhood. So I took a little bit of extra time. Instead of just tweaking the emulator itself, I downloaded some HD texture packs, some widescreen fixes, and I wanted to make sure that this game looked as good as it possibly can. So I am very excited to tell you we have 1440p, 60 frames per second, HD textured Midnight Club in 2025, and we're going to be playing through the entire thing. When I first recorded this episode, I did not know how this was going to go. And within 3 minutes, I was reminded how incredible this game is. So even if the series doesn't do too well, if you're excited to see it, if you miss Midnight Club as much as I do, make sure to heel toe that like and subscribe combo. We're going to bring this series all the way to the end. Thank you guys for watching, and you know exactly what's coming.
House real big, cars real big, it's real big, everything real big, rent's real big, pockets real big, rent's real big, let me tell you how I live. Like that, die that, 24, right that, ladies, gentlemen, gangsters, pimps, mamas, daddies, donnas, shunners, rich, bitch, I'm a fucking big timer!
Yes, in case y'all can't tell, I am very excited to play this game. And I'm gonna let y'all know right now, this is not a sim racing game like what you're usually used to seeing on the channel. This is Midnight Club. This is a game that does not take itself too seriously, and neither am I as we're playing through this. I'm definitely gonna let some of my more unhinged real personality show as we play through this game because I am so excited to play it, and it warrants it. It's great. So if you guys saw that we had one playthrough started that said Cheddar 20%, I have not touched that save file since like September of 2019. So it has been many moons since I actually played this game. So we're starting fresh. CD Racing, ignore me forgetting how buttons work on the PlayStation 2. These are mapped to PlayStation 2 where the triangle was the back button, and I was spamming O about 30 times trying to get this thing to work. So we're going to get our nickname figured out. CD Racing, of course. Loading into the first scene here, we have a very important choice ahead of us. What car are we going to use to tear up the streets of San Diego? But before we figure that out, I think there's someone who wants to introduce himself.
Hey, I just hooked up your ride, ese. I worked the engine with a new air intake, turbo, headers, and exhaust system. Then I dropped her, tightened up the suspension, and added a sway bar for less body roll. Oh, and I upgraded the brakes. And now she's riding on a set of 20-inch shoes. What are you talking about the money for? Do you understand the work that goes into this? The love? You're lost, fool. Hey, I gotta go. So you're baby's boy, huh? The one who says he's into cars. Cool. So what you into, Holmes? I got only the best cars. Something fast for the import tuner scene, a truck, or maybe something classic. Or if you got the feria, I say, something luxury. Cause here at 619s, we got it all. All aftermarket stuff. bodywork, and under the hood. Make it fast and make it beautiful. Hey, but I ain't no salesman. So go look through the cars, pick out what you want, and don't try to get funny with the price, cause this ain't the ghetto. So, baby says you like to drive with some speed, eh? Well, I can hook you up. It's all about car club down here, Holmes. Whatever you buy, there'll be somebody that will want to race it. That's the vibe down here. Beautiful cars and fast driving. Insanity, ese. So, give me a call, or I'll give you a call. Hook you up with some car clubs, Holmes. Go to one of them. Hold it!
I know more than you.
Yeah, no need for tutorials around here, guys. If you've never played this game before, feel free to ask in the comments if you have literally any questions. This channel is still pretty small. I see every comment, but I'm not watching tutorials. This is not my first time. So we're going to go ahead and look at our car options here. Let's go ahead and skip to when I actually figured out how this works again. And yes, the cars do burnouts when you choose them in the garage. So, Scion TC, early 2000s, not a necessarily famous tuner car, but these things had potential. If you found someone who figured out how to crack the ECU and threw a turbo on these things, you could get caught lacking. So not a bad option, and 16 grand is cheap. Now, the Eclipse ain't gonna happen. Fast and Furious 2 ruined this car for me, so I won't be touching it. But it's still an okay car in Midnight Club, at least as far as the game goes, but personally, just straight up prejudice, I'm not choosing it. Now the Jetta, if you listen to the rumble of the exhaust, I don't know if that's just PS2 audio files being a little weird, but that rumble to me sounds like this is the diesel. And if this is a TDI Jetta, solid option for a tuner car. Now this is the one. The SRT4 Neon. Anyone that knows car culture knows that these things to this day just completely abandon the no replacement for displacement argument. This little four-banger will dust anything with the right tune. I've seen these things handle 500 wheel horsepower on stock internals, but that's the easy way out. We're not going to choose that. It's too easy. It's too expensive. And now the Golf R32, banger tuner cars. I don't know if this car makes it sound like it's a TDI as well, and I could be wrong if these even came in a diesel. And we also have some muscle car options. Yeah, 78 Monte Carlo, but ugly, can't handle. I'm not going to choose it. If you're a 78 Monte Carlo fan, why? But for our second option, we've got, drumroll please,
Cruising down the street in my 6'4".
yeah, so not as ugly as the Monte Carlo, but doesn't handle very well. So we're not going to choose that for our first option, but maybe when we need a muscle car, we're just going to ignore the H1 Hummer. I don't want to own that thing. It's cool, but it sucks. Now, the GS430, if you know, you know. Luxury sedans, a V8 luxury Toyota is essentially what that is, and it hauls in this game. Now, the CTSV, come on now. This thing is quick. It's a staple, but if I had to choose, I'm taking the Lexus. That might be a hot take, but argue with a wall. I think that SC is great, and that looks like those are our only options for the time being. And I have decided to go with the Jetta, assuming that it's a TDI. If it's not, we'll just make it headcanon that it is. It's Midnight Club. I really doubt that it matters. Now we just get to choose the starting color. Don't get too many options for these cars when you first start out, but the paint options, especially for a PS2 game, you have quite a bit of possibility with these vehicles. Now we're going to go with the standard white. I've always been a white color fan on cars, even though they're a pain to keep clean, but we got it. We got it ready to go. $650 left in our pocket. If we can afford a cheap set of wheels, that'll be the perfect way to start our run. And those caught my eye a little bit because I can afford them. And the Koenigs have potential, but I very quickly remembered how dumb some of these customization options are. But we found out that we can afford these little skinny 5 spokes right here, and they definitely look better than factory in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and slap them on, see what we can do tuning-wise. I know we can't lower the car until we buy a suspension upgrade, which, you know, for a game as unrealistic as this, at least they tried in that aspect, right? So first things first, get the 16s off of here. 17s for now. We might throw on some 18s later, but we're going to see what happens when we lower the car. And tire with 195, disrespectful. 235 is a little bit more realistic, but I forgot to actually hit OK. So we're going to run with some skinny tires to start this playthrough out. Now, it's Midnight Club. It doesn't actually mean anything for your grip, but aesthetically, we're basically running this thing on bike tires, and I can't do that for long. So let's go ahead and leave the garage and show San Diego what they've been missing, huh? All right, the bone stock Jetta versus apparently some of the best San Diego has to offer. Let's see if we've still got it. I forget that we get the races started with someone standing between the cars. Lights go down, and look at the launch. No one ever said this game was realistic because there is no shot that this Jetta is already at 100 miles an hour. But we are winning, and welcome back to anyone that's played this game. I'm sure racing through these streets right now is insane. And if you only played this on the PlayStation 2, yes, the graphics are very updated. I've got quite a few mods on here in case you don't remember me mentioning. And this is just me getting used to the controls again. It's been about 6 years since I touched this game, and you saw me go on 2 wheels for a second there. Yes, that is something you can do in this game. They tell you it's to break the backdraft. People can draft off of you in this game and basically get free nitrous. And if you go on 2 wheels, they can't do that. Are we going to be doing that often? Absolutely not. Is it hilarious that I can drive on 2 wheels basically at will? Absolutely. So, absolutely breezing through this first race here. Gonna go ahead and hit the jump over the train tracks, land the car no problem, and obviously we are A-okay. The Sooners gonna make sure that we got that ready to go, and look at that first place.
I'm still worthy.
Yes, back in the streets of San Diego once again. Only $800 for the prize money, and I really don't even remember what that can buy us in this game. But man, it looks good to see this game from what I remember it looking like as a kid, because I know it does not look this good before the mods, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me. But back to free roaming the streets of San Diego. Front-wheel drive burnout donuts because Midnight Club. Immediately smashing a wall is probably the best thing I could have done there. Not even planned. Now, we have some people who think that they can hang with us. Little do they know, the bone stock Jetta destroys worlds, and we're going to go out and conquer everyone. Bishop, we want to race him first. Why? Because he rolls with the luxury rollers, and his races give us quite a bit of cash. Do we want to keep this Jetta stock for as long as possible? No. We got to get upgrades on this thing. So we're going to go ahead and race Bishop. He has one of the best cars in the game. Outright. The Lexus GS 430 can get you all the way to Detroit if you know what you're doing. This guy does not know what he's doing. He's free eats. So we're going to go run his pockets, tear down the streets of San Diego, and apparently every tree on the way there. And don't worry, we're not going to leave every single free roam transition in between these races and the videos. Just getting used to the basics right now, and we got to explain a lot of stuff because I am rolling through this whole game. There's going to be some lore that we got to lay down, and if we just park it up. Actually hit a little mini reset there. I went to turn vibration off in the controller because I can't stand it when controllers vibrate. I don't know if y'all feel the same way. I got to turn that off every time. But now, one of the more fun mechanics of Midnight Club, you get to follow the racers to the race. Now, ideally, you're supposed to cruise with them and end up where you're supposed to go, but nobody's got time for that. We're just going to go ahead and hit the rockets here, only until we realize we need to know where this guy's going. It's a little 180. He takes down 2 street lights, goes through the alley, and yes, he just drove through them all. I told you guys, this game does not take itself too seriously. You're driving through buildings, you're hitting jumps, you're following people wherever they go. It's like when your friend tells you to follow them and proceeds to gap everyone through traffic. That's what we're dealing with here. But let's hope he keeps that come race time. Because if he doesn't have what it takes, we're going to stomp him out. Now, we don't need to see this tutorial. Let's get to the racing. All right, you've seen the lineup. We're the only person here with a normal-looking car. Actually, you know what? I got to give it to the Lexus. That's not bad looking. But line them up. Doesn't mean anything if your car ain't fast. And as the lights go down, soaring to an early start here. Again, these launches I will never get over. The front-wheel drive burnout and just immediately reaching 75 miles an hour is so funny to me. But we're going to do what we can to get through these streets, racing along the trolley lines. Traffic, like I said, it's been a long time since I touched Midnight Club 3, and I don't know if this is just an emulator thing, but there's a lot more traffic in this game than I remember there being. The streets seem pretty decently packed with traffic. Now, I know realistically we're in San Diego. There should be about 30 times more cars. But for the sake of racing with the hint of traffic, because we are in the city, I actually think they did it quite well. And when you're dodging trains at 110 miles an hour, watching out for cars at the same time is quite the struggle. I know some of these early races have been very easy going. You might think that I'm cracked at this game, and I'm not trash, but we will get humbled eventually, trust me. This game, I don't even remember if Midnight Club had a difficulty setting. I think you just have to try your best, and some of these later races are going to get very tough. Early goings here, I think I made a mental deal to keep the Jetta stock as long as possible, just to see what we can do, because as you can see, I told you guys, this guy is a scrub as I masterfully dodge that traffic. You see that? I am like Baby Driver in here, but look at the mini-map, bottom left-hand corner. We're just flying away from these guys. Bone stock Jetta. So, it would appear that my skills have not fallen off as bad as I thought they were. So we're going to keep the Jetta stock as long as conveniently possible until we just absolutely have to upgrade. 1, to see how long we can do it, and 2, because I like a challenge. And as we get to the end of the second race, first race of the series, absolute dominant fashion first place. I don't even think we scratched the paint. Look at that thing, 146 here. And if you wait until the end when everyone comes in, just kidding, I can do that. I tried, guys. I waited there for like 25 seconds and no one else came. But $700, $1,500 in the bank account. Does it matter? No. We're keeping this thing stock for at least a little bit longer. But as we load into 2 of 3, El Cortez Dash, let's see if Bishop actually brings something worth talking about here. Because if we got to start skipping races because they're too easy in a bone stock Jetta, the game might not be as hyped as I thought it was. Because I remember this game being pretty difficult almost off the rip. But let's see if anything changes in a race 2. 2-lane start. No one to start us. I guess we're just going honor rule. And actually, dude in the Tacoma runs for his life. Yeah, he better. And if you look at the mini-map, left-hand side, this is one of my favorite races in the Midnight Club series. No checkpoints. You got a start point and an end point. And if you're a sweat like me, you're constantly opening that map up. I thought I saw an ideal route, but again, that's why I love these races. You have to keep driving as fast as you can and either have the map memorized, which I did used to when I was like 11 years old, or you got to adapt on the fly. And you see, connecting with the pack, looking behind me, oh my God, cop coming in the right lane. I was focused on the people behind me. Luckily, the race is pretty much over because the cops in this game do not play around if you give them the chance to catch up. That was a pretty quick race. I did, in fact, find the better route, so it looks like my instincts are still here. And the imposter underneath me with my name spelled incorrectly, he thought he could hang, but he could not. But closer race as these poor guys in the background, the cops just continue to trash your car. After the race is over, I love these PlayStation 2 games so much. I think they left a buggy on purpose, and I love them for that. Let's see if we can get race 3 out of here quickly and just close out the series. All right, we've had time to vibe. Now it's time to ride because that is 2, count them 2, SRT4 Magnums behind us. If you know, you know. Our Jetta should stand no chance. But are we going to find a way to make it work? Absolutely. You know how we do on this channel. Lights go down. Launching the car. We hit 75 miles an hour in less than 2 seconds. Someone needs to hire our tuner. I don't know what he did to this car, but we are absolutely flying right now. Topping out around 125, last minute adjustment for the shortcut. And now here's time to talk about it. If you look at the mini-map at the bottom left-hand side, for those of you that don't remember, only the actual streets are highlighted on the map. But basically the entire surface of this map is drivable. There are so many little alleys and shortcuts that you can take. There's always a faster route, and we're going to try and find them to the best of our ability. Is right here. We're going to take a hard right. Last second we saw the opening right here, but so did this guy. This guy in the Lexus makes his Lexus work a lot better than Bishop as he finally gets a draft on us. One of the Magnums goes flying by, but as you can give, so you can take. We're going to wait for the patience here. Jumping forward, I don't know why the footage skipped like that. I tried my best to fix it, I'm sorry, but you only lost about 2 seconds of screen time. Hitting the launch around these guys out on the freeway, was this the best way to go? Not really. You see me joining up with these guys right about now in the rearview mirror. A functioning rearview mirror. Yeah, that's pretty cool for a PlayStation 2 game. I'm not going to lie. And you saw me take a wide line there. This is not my first time. I remember that trolley killing me about 35 times the first time I ever played through Midnight Club. I learned my lessons that day for at least this particular race. coming in here towards what I would hope would be the end of the race, getting caught by traffic hitting the wall, and yes, I told you guys, this game is unforgiving. Now down in third place with GSP behind us. Wait, no, we are not in Atlanta yet. That is not GSP. As you can see from that cop car immediately smacking a wall, these guys aren't exactly the ones to be scared of. The Detroit GSP officers, those guys come to play. One checkpoint to the finish. Can we get this slipstream in time? Just rocketing around them with the free nitrous. Can the Jetta hold out the speed to get to the finish line? And yes, we can. The race is never over in Midnight Club. As a kid, I would have restarted that race the second I smacked the wall. But no, there's always a comeback factor. We beat Bishop. $3,100 to our name and a scrub out of the way. What did we unlock? Luxury Rollers Car Club Challenge to yes. It's all going to plan. New flame vinyls in case we wanted to put flame decals on a Jetta. We'll see what it has to offer. But I think someone wants to tell us something.
You, ese? Listen, I know you like to hang out with the kids, but some vatos like to keep things exclusive. I just had the luxury rollers in here telling me they was looking for new members. I thought about you. Might be out of your league, I don't know. Expensive stuff, but it looks good. And like all cars, there's a way to drive them. The weight to these cars can give you an advantage if you learn how to use it. If you're interested, I can hook you up.
All right, so besides the kind of weird allegations, we have been invited to hang with the luxury rollers. Now, those guys only let you race in luxury vehicles, and there are many like that throughout the game. There's one for tuner cars, muscle cars, choppers, sports bikes, even SUVs. They've got it all. But for now, we're going to go ahead and go to the garage, because while I was yapping, we were invited to the Balboa tournament. And why the Balboa tournament is taking place here and not Philadelphia, could not tell you. But I'm not taking any chances. We want to win the car that is available from that tournament because it's going to help us in our career tremendously. So, $3,100 to make the car look good and go fast. And as far as customizing the vehicle, for now, I'm just going to go with a little bit of a before and after. If you guys would like to see my thought process and kind of narrate what I'm doing as I edit these cars, let me know down below. I would love to stick with you guys as I build these cars, but for the sake of time, I'm going to skip it. We're going to go ahead and hit you guys with the after right now. And what do you think? Limited budget, tasteful. We'll call this OEM plus. A little nice ducktail spoiler is the only option. An exhaust, lowered the car, adjusted the tire profile and width, gave it a hood, a carbon hood. I think it looks okay, given the budget. Now, if you look in the bottom right corner, we got a little carried away and spent all of our money. So the only upgrade that we've done is essentially a set of Godspeed coilovers, like the cheapest coilovers we could find, strictly for handling. Slap them onto the car and head straight into a tournament. Is it going to work? Come on. Do you know who's driving this thing? Let's go ahead and get there. Does the car feel any better? It does, a little bit. This game, although not incredibly realistic, does have some nice quality of life things to let you know that you've done upgrades. Level 1 suspension, you'll notice immediately as I'm turning the car, significantly less body roll, and it feels a lot more responsive. You can't tell that from watching it, but the car does feel like it genuinely handles better, which is awesome to see. And the reason why I'm so hyped for this, with tournaments, you always win a car, guaranteed. Sometimes it's not the best car, but you'll see at the end of this one why I'm still excited about it. The Chrysler 300. We just unlocked the ability to race the luxury drivers, and in this game, the Chrysler 300 is technically a luxury car. You see the vision here. Lined up next to a Cobalt SS. How he got that, I don't even know. This guy's cheating. Where was the Cobalt SS option? But we're going to try and line it up anyways. Off the line, somehow out-smoking the turbocharged four-banger. We're going to make it work. I guess that confirms that ours is a diesel because we should not have been able to hang with these guys off the line. But early goings in the race here, I'm sorry. We got to adjust the audio, boys. Loading back into the race here. I'm sorry. I've been messing with audio this entire video. If my voice is sounding a little muted compared to the game, the music and the soundtrack in this game is fantastic, but oh my God! I think I just witnessed a murder live. So that was one less car to worry about, I guess. And in the aftermath, math, wow, I can't even speak. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. That guy has to be dead. But in the aftermath of that absolute carnage, look, he's not even moving on the mini-map. I think he's actually dead. In the aftermath of that carnage, I hit the boost way too early coming off a draft and almost ended up hitting a wall myself. Now, matching back in here with the competition, remember, we still have not done any genuine performance upgrades. We've hit suspension so the car handles a little better, but we're still sliding all over the place, holding that boost and soaring forward 175 miles an hour. Could you imagine if drafting people actually worked like that? It just built up over time and you could launch it like a nitrous shot? Yeah, maybe not for me though. Still hitting walls. Bragging about the fact that we're owning people in a base model Jetta and we're just smacking every wall we come across. Now this is a tournament, and I'll use this now. As you notice, that they always kick the difficulty up in tournaments. I know I haven't upgraded the car, but these guys are very close. Now they are in Cobalt SSs, which again, I'm going to bring it up so many times during this playthrough, but this game just harbors so many genuine car enthusiast cars. If you grew up in the early 2000s, you know the Cobalt SS was to be feared if you put the right tune on it. Those Ecotech engines are no slouches, and I know I'm driving what is most likely a 1.6 TDI, so I can't talk about just god tier engines, but man, these Cobalts are quick. And that goes back to the tournaments. If you happen to lose a race or just, oh my god, smacking a car, take that guy out. If you happen to lose a race or just not, get first place, it's point style. Like, imagine an F1 year. Everyone gets points over every race, and you just have to be winning at the end. Even if by some miraculous way I get like 4th place every race, but win the last one, and that's enough points to have more than everyone else, I win the whole thing. But I want you to pay attention to these races. That's race 1 down, pretty quick, and we got the win. So we're definitely going to hold on to that in terms of things to remember. Stacked competition. Now Hector, because he probably didn't bring the Spoon Turbo Civic, is why he lost. Man, you literally had 3 of them, my guy. Why did you bring the Cobalt? But going on to the tournament, first place in the first race puts us in a pretty good position. Let's see how the rest of it goes. Now, I don't know if you guys caught that, but one of those black Cobalts had white wall tires. I gotta get y'all's opinion on them. Anyone down below, let me know how you feel about white wall tires, because I think they are so incredibly slept on, and I think they can make certain cars look good. But we gotta stop yapping. Lock in for race 2. We got a starter this time. Ellen DeGeneres in her glory days. Look at her. This was definitely Ellen before she got a show. Arms go up, getting ready to launch. Remember, pay attention to the track layout, ladies and gentlemen. This tournament is very cool. Starting by the docks this time, Balboa Park. That's why it's called the Balboa Tournament. Going over the first bridge, locking in, weaving through traffic, off to a solid start. And mini-map behind us, I don't know what happened, but someone got taken out bad. On our left-hand side, that's not a Cobalt. I don't even know what that was, but is that an IS-300? Oh my god. It has been so long since I played this game. I don't even remember half of these cars being in here, but how and when we can get the IS-300, we need that immediately, because that thing is significantly better than a Jetta. Argue with your grandmother. I don't care. Taking that turn way too wide, getting hit by the IS-300. I was almost going to call it an Altezza, because I know ball like that, but no. We got to hold on here. Maybe we can get one eventually. Somehow managing to catch a draft all the way from the back, and with 2 checkpoints to go, that could have been the best accidental timing I've ever seen. We're going to rock our top speed all the way to the end here, hoping that they don't catch up, because I know their cars are quicker than us. Can we hold it out to the end? It looks like we can. That's race 2 down in the tournament. Now, I think there are only 4 races, so us getting first back-to-back already has us in a good place, and I think that is an IS-300. How did he get this? I swear these guys are cheating. Going into... Oh, never mind. Race 3 of 3. Maybe I am just straight up gaslighting y'all, and this is not the tournament that I remember it being. Locking in for the last race. We've won 2 out of 3. I think as long as we don't get last place here, we have already won our first tournament. We have another second. Is that Sofia Vergara? Are we just going to name drop celebrities who are starting us? Lights go down, launching hard. Man, just kidding. I'm not that bad. 4-dimensional chess. Delaying the start for the automatic draft. Yes, I am sweating in Midnight Club 3. Not even playing online. Going in between the gas pumps. Risking it all. High risk, low reward. That's Midnight Club in its nature, is it not? I'm not playing any games. I want that Chrysler 300, and you guys will see why. Already at the top of 5th gear, loading into this race here. 2 laps. So we're going to see if someone catches up. Now, if we did have nitrous in Midnight Club, every time you complete a lap, oh my God, can't even explain. I should just give up on trying to explain something during these races because there's always so much going on. Not even the actual race itself, but some poor civilian just getting absolutely T-boned by a pickup truck, completely unrelated to the race. You guys are going to watch the way that the AI behaves in this game. This had to be the testing ground for GTA 5. They're like, let's just create the most obnoxious AI ever for the traffic and just make them race through it. And honestly, I love it. It always keeps you on your toes. Even on a lap where we are handedly winning the race, there's always something to look at. But it looks at the moment that we're just going to crease. I can't even brag without messing it up. But it looks like we're going to cruise to an easy victory. Yes, English is very difficult because competition nowhere to be seen in this race. Just a leisurely stroll at 125 miles an hour through downtown San Diego. That's what we like to do, running past the buses and the cars and all the malls that we can drive into. It's been great. Almost planned. You could say I knew this was going to happen. Perhaps I planned this all from the beginning. Just kidding. I wish I could get away with that. But no, I really... Oh, okay. I tried to look behind me to see what the competition's doing and immediately sideswipe a soccer mom in a minivan. That's my bad. But locking in to not lose this race, as I was so handily bragging about that we were going to win it, there's always a plan. I wish I could say that we had planned to just dominate from the get-go like this, but yes, I am not trash. We're setting ourselves up for victory in a game that will very quickly take it away from you. But as we just have 2 more checkpoints until the finish line, crossing this one, drifting it in a front-wheel drive car because Midnight Club, that is a tournament victory. First place every single race. You can have your superchargers. You can have your just straight-up better car. It does not matter. All I need is a bone stock Jetta with coilovers, and I will dismantle everyone. $4,500 and the keys to a new whip. The Chrysler 300C Dub Edition. Let's check it out.
Nice! The 300C is an instant classic. That's incredible, and those dub guys really did that thing up right. She's beautiful when she's dubbed out, ain't she?
Wow, beautiful indeed. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the new vehicle that we have acquired. Yes, the 300C, and there's only one thing to do. Yeah, you think I'm keeping that thing? No, $53,000, and I don't have to use that Garbo Flarbo ass car. I'm sorry, but the 300C, top 5 worst vehicles ever made. Just kidding, I'm definitely rage baiting, but it is not my car of choice. It's an investment opportunity. We don't want the 300C. We want this one, the GS430. Absolute heat. Now, we can't do anything to this car right now, realistically. The parts are expensive. We don't have that much money. Consider it an investment. You're not going to see that car for a while, but trust me, in the background, we will be improving. We still have $4,000 left over from that tournament, and we are going to use that to get this Jetta to its almost maximum potential. We're just going to basically throw in level 1 everything to this car, and the brands don't matter. I feel like y'all really don't care, so just know we're going to put on level 1 everything. We have upgraded every single component of this car to level 1. It's going to be quite the jump, and if we were dominating those tournaments in a practically stock Jetta, it's only going to get better. Let's cut to the end. And here she is, all upgraded. And nothing changed visually, but we're going to go ahead and ride it out with this one right here as we round out this video. It's going to be slightly shorter than some of the videos that we usually put on here on this channel. Cut a lot of footage because it was just me driving back and forth between races, but consider this the pilot episode. Let me know what you guys liked and did not like about the way that this episode was made. Do you want to see more raw racing action? Do you want to hear more of the original game audio? I gotta try and balance it. I'm sure this video will not be monetized. There's a lot of music playing in the background, but if you guys want to hear more of the game, you want to hear more of me talking, you want to see more races, more cuts, more memes, let me know. I can improve anything about the video. Just let me know. Like I said in the very beginning, this channel is small. I see every comment that comes through here. So if you've got anything to say about the series, let me know. But for those of you that made it all the way to the end of the video, go ahead and put down below "We Love Midnight Club" so that I know to keep the series rocking with the enthusiasm that it deserves, because man, have I missed this game. Just looking over the car right now in the idle time, I'm so excited to get back into it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. If you really enjoyed it, it would help out a lot if you could heel toe that like and subscribe combo. And as always, I will catch you in the next one.